Hello students, welcome to the quiz on the French Revolution. Total 100 MCQs are given. This video is very helpful for you while preparing the French Revolution. Let's start from the first question. When did French Revolution take place? Options are 15th July 1789, 14th July 1789, 21st July 1789, 13th July 1789. The correct option is 14th July 1789. Who was the ruler of France during the French Revolution? Louis XVI was the ruler of the France during the French Revolution. When did Louis XVI of the Bourbon family of the kings? At what age Louis XVI ascended the throne of France? The correct option is 20 years. With whom was Louis XVI married to? Austrian Princess Marie Antoinette. What had drained the financial resources of France? Long years of war. French society was divided into how many estates? Three. Which of the following is not among the three estates of French society? The correct option is fourth estate. The first estate of French society consists of. The correct option is clergy. The second estate of the French society consists of. Option is nobility. The third estate of the French society consists of. All of these, because in third estate, big businessmen, merchants, court official, lawyer, peasants and artisans, small peasants, landless labor, servants, all were included. The members of the which first two estates enjoyed certain privileges by birth in France. The correct option is first and second estate. In France, which estate has to pay all types of taxes? Third estate. When was livre, unit of currency in France, discontinued? The correct option is in 1794. The group of persons invested with special functions in the church is known as clergy. What was a tax called in France which was levied by the church comprising 1/10 of the agricultural produce? Tithe. What was a tax called in France which was to be paid directly to the state? The correct option is tally. The population of France rose from about in 1715 to in 1789. The correct option is 23 million to 28 million. An extreme situation where the basic means of livelihood are endangered is called as subsistence crisis. In which class maximum people were educated and believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth. Middle. Which philosopher envisaged an idea of a society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all? The correct option is all of these. John Locke, Montesquieu, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. All philosophers envisaged an idea of a society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all. In his which book, John Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of the monarch. Two treatises of government. Who proposed a form of government based on a social contract between people and their representatives. The correct option is Rousseau. In which of his book Montesquieu proposed a division of power within the government between the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. The spirit of the laws. In which country Montesquieu's division of power model of government was put into force. The correct option is USA. Who travelled through France during the years from 1787 to 1789 and wrote detailed descriptions of his journeys. An Englishman, Arthur Young. What was the name of the political body in France to which the three estates sent their representatives? The correct option is the States General. When the last time the meeting of the States General was called? In 1614. When did Louis XVI call together an assembly of the States General to pass proposals for new taxes? On 5th May 1789. Voting in the States General in the past had been conducted according to the principle that each state had one vote. But members of the third estate demanded that voting now be conducted by the assembly as a whole, where each member would have how many votes? One vote. What is famous book of Rousseau? The Social Contract. On 20 June, the revolutionaries assembled in the hall of an indoor tennis court in the grounds of Versailles, declared themselves a national assembly and swore not to disperse till they had drafted a constitution for France that would limit the powers of The correct option is the monarch. The revolutionaries were led by whom? The correct option is Mirabai or Abbasis. Mirabai was born in which family? The correct option is in a noble family. The castle or stately residence belonging to a king or a nobleman is called a chateau. An estate consisting of the lord's land and his mansion is called as manor. On the night of the assembly passed a decree abolishing the feudal system of obligations and taxes. The correct option is 4th August 1789. When did the National Assembly in France complete the draft of the Constitution? The correct option is in 1791. The new drafted Constitution made France a which type of system of the government? The correct option is constitutional monarchy. The Constitution of 1791 vested the power to make laws in the National Assembly, which was indirectly elected. According to the new drafted Constitution of 1791, who were considered as an active citizens of France, that is, they were entitled to vote. The correct option is all of these. Men above 25 years of age who paid taxes, those who pay taxes equal to at least 3 days of the laborer's wage. In France, who were classed as passive citizens according to the new drafted Constitution of 1791. The correct option is all of these. The men who were not entitled to vote, all women who were not an active citizen. To qualify as an elector and then as a member of the assembly in France, a man had to belong to the which group? Highest bracket of taxpayers. The Constitution of 1791 of France began with the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen. According to the new constitution, some rights were established as natural and inalienable rights. That is, they belong to each human being by birth and could not be taken away. It was the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural rights. What were they? The correct option is all the these. Means right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, and equality before law. What was the name of the newspaper edited by the revolutionary journalist Jean-Paul Marat? The correct option is L'Ami du People, means the friend of the people. The symbol of a broken chain stands for. The correct option is the act of becoming free. The bundle of rods or fasces represented the symbol of. The correct option is strength lies in unity. The eye within a triangle radiating light. The all-seeing eye stands for which symbol? The correct option is knowledge. Sceptre was the symbol of which power? The correct option is royal power. Snake biting its tail to form a ring. A ring has neither beginning nor end is symbolized as what? The correct option is symbol of eternity. Which calf was born by a slave upon becoming free? The correct option is red Frisian calf. Which colors are symbolized as the national colors of France? The correct option is blue, white, red. The winged woman was symbolized as. The correct option is personification of the law. What was shown as the law is the same for all, and all are equal before it. The law tablet. When was the National Assembly voted to declare war against Prussia and Austria? The correct option is in June 1792. Which poet composed one of the most famous patriotic songs, the Marseillaise? The correct option is Roget de Leslie. Which patriotic song is now the national anthem of France? The correct option is the La Marseillaise. Which club became an important rallying point for people in France who wished to discuss government policies and plan their own forms of action? The correct option is political clubs. Which was the most successful of political club in France? The correct option is Jacobins Club. The members of the Jacobin Club belonged mainly to which section of society? The less prosperous sections of society. Who were included in the members of Jacobin Club? The correct option is all of these. Pastry cooks and small shopkeepers, printers and watchmakers, shoemakers, servants and daily wage workers. All were included in the Jacobin Club. Who was the leader of Jacobin Club? The correct option is Maximilian Robespierre. The members of the Jacobin Club came to be known as the Sans Culottes. What is the literary meaning of the Sans Culottes? The correct option is those without knee breeches. The Jacobins men were also known as sans-culottes, used to wear which color cap that symbolized liberty. The correct option is red cap. After emergence of the Jacobin Club, all men of what age, regardless of wealth, got the right to vote. The correct option is 21 years and above. What was the newly elected assembly in France called? The convention. When in France monarchy was abolished and France was declared as a republic. The correct option is on 21st September 1792. Which system is a form of government where the people elect the government, including the head of the government? The correct option is a republic. The ruler of France, Louis XVI, was sentenced to death by a court on the charge of. The correct option is treason. At which place Louis XVI was executed publicly on 21st January 1793? At the place de la Concorde. Which period is referred to as Reign of Terror in France? The correct option is from 1793 to 1794. Robespierre followed a policy of severe control and punishment. All those whom he saw as being enemies of the Republic, ex-nobles and clergy, members of other political parties, even members of his own party who did not agree with his methods, were arrested, imprisoned, and then tried by a revolutionary tribunal. If the court found them guilty, they were guillotined. What is a device consisting of two poles and a blade with which a person is beheaded? The correct option is the guillotine. Who invented the guillotine? Dr. Guillotine. When was Robespierre convicted by a court, arrested, and on the next day sent to the guillotine? In July 1794. A new constitution, which was introduced after Robespierre's guillotine, denied the vote to which section of society? Non-propertied sections of society. After the failure of the Jacobin Club, a directory was appointed in France. It was an executive made up of how many members? 5 members. The political instability of the Directory in France paved the way for the rise of its military dictator. The correct option is Napoleon Bonaparte. As far as girls' education was concerned in France, who from the third estate could study at a convent? The correct option is only daughters of nobles or wealthier members. When did women in France finally win the right to vote? The correct option is in 1946. Who was one of the most important of the politically active women in revolutionary France? The correct option is Olympe de Gouges. Olympe de Gouges protested against the constitution and which declaration as they excluded women from basic rights that each human being was entitled to. The correct option is the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen. When did Olympe de Gouges write a declaration of the rights of women and citizens which she addressed to the Queen and to the members of the National Assembly demanding that they act upon it? The correct option is in 1791. What is the basic right set forth in Olympe de Gouges Declaration? The correct option is all of these. Woman is born free and remains equal to men in rights. The goal of all political association is the preservation of the natural rights of women and men. The source of all sovereignty resides in the nation. What is natural right according to Olympe de Gouges Declaration? The correct option is all of these: liberty, property, and security. Which port cities owed their economic prosperity to the flourishing slave trade in France? The correct option is Bordeaux and Nantes. Which convention legislated to free all slaves in the French overseas possessions? The correct option is Convention in 1794. What is the term used for the indigenous people of Africa south of the Sahara? The correct option is Negroes. The patriotic fat reducing press, the anonymous print of 1719, seeks to make which idea? The correct option is the idea of justice. When did Napoleon Bonaparte crown himself as an emperor of France? The correct option is in 1804. When and where was Napoleon Bonaparte finally defeated? The correct option is at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. The famous painting Napoleon Crossing the Alps is painted by whom? The correct option is Jacques Louis David. What is the name of the revolutionary journalist and politician who played an important role in the French Revolution and wrote the journal What is Liberty? Two conflicting views in 1793. Camille Desmoulins, which is the one of the rare paintings by a woman artist in France during the French Revolution. The correct option is Nanine Valens Liberty. Nanine Valens painting a female allegory of liberty, that is, the female form symbolizes which idea? The correct option is the idea of freedom. The tennis court oath preparatory sketch for a large painting is created by whom? The correct option is Jacques Louis David. What was the slogan of the French Revolution? Equality, liberty, and fraternity. The French Revolution is also considered as the originator of which concept in Europe as well as in the entire world? The correct option is nationalism. Please like, share, and subscribe.